I think this is just another day, another culture war from the DUP and the likes of the TUV, Stephen. I mean, there will be people listening to this absolutely aghast at the conversation we're having right now. At a time when we have 23% of children living in poverty in Northern Ireland, this is a discussion that Jonathan chooses to have, that Gordon Lyons chooses to have. The minister who's responsible for dealing with poverty in Northern Ireland is talking about drag queens at a storytime event. Like, some of you people really need to get your act together, honestly. We also have 37,000 people in Northern Ireland on the social housing waiting list. What's Gordon Lyons doing about that? Well, that's right. He cut the housing budget by almost £100 million, and now we have people languishing on waiting lists for social housing. And again, Stephen, there'll be people listening today who'll be like, what are you people on? Seriously, get back to work. And crucially, Stephen, the only thing that people like Jonathan and the likes of the DUP can actually do in the Stormont Assembly, it seems, is to try and give themselves a pay rise up to 70 grand a year. So I think what we've just heard from Jonathan is just a sort of timeline of the culture war here and the manufactured outrage. If it's not something to do with drag queens, then it's about trans people. If it's not something to do with trans people, then in terms of the TUV, it's to do with a window in Belfast City Hall. This is a manufactured crisis from people who have absolutely nothing to offer the people of Northern Ireland but continuous culture wars to distract from the fact that they are totally and utterly incompetent in what they're trying to do for the people of Northern Ireland. Nothing in this conversation is about how to make Northern Ireland better. Nothing in this conversation is how to actually address the severe problem of violence against women and girls in Northern Ireland. Where's the outrage about that? I don't know what this argument is about trans ideology. No one's trying to push an ideology. And as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the gender clinic, I'm not a doctor or a medical professional. As far as I'm concerned, no one in this call is a doctor or medical professional. So let's leave it up to the doctors and the medical professionals. So what we've just heard there, Stephen, is how dare we as a society teach children to be themselves? How dare we teach children that they can grow up and be whoever they want to be, to have courage and confidence in themselves? How dare we? Is this a problem with drag queens, or is this a problem with gay men? And that's the question that people need to ask themselves here, because it seems to be, Stephen, any time a gay person or indeed a queer person dares to show themselves in public life, that you get this kickback, you get this disgusting homophobia that we hear today. There will be people listening today who will be deeply affected by this conversation we're having today. And I just want to say to those people that my thoughts and feelings are with them, and if they need help or support, there are organisations out there, mental health organisations. If you need to talk to someone, there are organisations like the Rainbow Project and other organisations to talk to.